Hey guys, welcome to episode number 18 of Intelligent Wrestling Talk. I am Dan Janoff,
And I am Sean Specs.
and if you are new to the show, welcome. This is our weekly wrestling show where we have our weekly topics of discussion, where we discuss the major events of the week, give some news, and pick our favorite Facebook post of the week. And lastly, most importantly, our Q&A that we post in our Facebook group. And not too much this week, but we'll still get to them anyway. And if also there's ever any point where you want to skip to any sort of point, if you want to just listen to Q&A, there's always a time next to it. But we definitely do encourage you listening to the entire show because that's definitely why we do it, so you can listen to the whole thing. And with
That's
that,
why that's why we've kind of shrunk it all down and just doing the important things, the
exactly.
bits that got us talking. So it should be the bits you want to listen to, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so with that being said, weekly topics of discussion. We only have one, but it was a pretty big one
Oh,
with the ending of Raw. That was just incredible.
I think that's probably the sexiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, we got just to put everything into perspective. First, we had Punk and Bryan taking on um, members of the Shield, and that right there is just huge in itself. And then we see the Wyatt family come down, almost taking on the Shield, which is something I know everybody has been wanting to see. And then we see, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, the Usos all get involved, and it seems like they really should do a 6-on-6, and considering uh, how weak the card currently is.
Oh yeah. And then Bray was, before they ran in, and it's like, we're on the same side. And all that stuff. Like, we have a common enemy. A common enemy. That's quite hard to say. We have a
Yeah,
common enemy. It sounds like a medical procedure. I'm afraid you've got a common enemy up your arse.
yeah, it was
I
just
got bad
crazy.
news for you.
It
What
was
is
just
it?
crazy
About it?
because the crowd reaction there was just it
It was like
everybody was going
it's
nuts.
like a 6-man face turn.
Yeah, because everybody there wanted to see the Wyatts and the
Yeah.
Shield go at it, and they pretty much were until Bray jumped in there.
Oh, Bray. It's going to lead to something though,
Hmm.
and I hope it does. And I hope that Survivor Series we do get our, unless they're saving that match.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But I mean, Survivor Series is like the perfect pay-per-view for it.
Yeah, because that's you mean you can have your elimination tag there, and it wouldn't really damage anybody because it's a gimmick match, so it's not gonna hurt anybody.
No, I mean, if they're gonna, put them against each other, do it at Mania as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But then, you see, the thing is, right?
Hmm.
And just between you and me, and anyone
What's up?
else that's listening, once they've faced each other and the match is over,
Yeah.
any other time they face each other, it's not going to be as special because we've seen what we want to see. That's
Yeah.
that's the only bad thing about certain things. You get these dream matches, and it's like, I really want to see so and so beat up so and so or whatever. And then when it happens, it's like, oh, okay, well, and then they just sort of move on, and then it gets forgotten about. But I guess if they can have a good match together, which they should do. I mean, a match like that's not going to rely on pure wrestling skill anyway, because there
No.
isn't any real technicians in. I guess I don't know. I don't know if Tyler Black's technically a technician. I mean, Dean Ambrose, he's sort of, but he's more of a brawler.
Yeah.
But uh, but I don't think I think the characters are strong enough to only carry the match anyway, and it's going to be they have enough about them where they don't even have to say anything, and they have all the attention.
Yeah. I mean, just because of right now, you take a look at the card. You have the two title matches, and so far, what's been announced was Punk and Bryan taking on the Wyatts,
Yeah,
and
it's got to get bigger.
I mean, it has to, because neither one of those title matches are screaming by me to probably anybody except for the younger audience.
No, I mean, how many times have we seen Del Rio face? Not Del Rio. Yes, Del Rio. No, Cena
Yeah.
face thingy. I'm getting titles mixed up now. Yeah, for some reason I had it in my head that Big Show's taken on Del Rio, but that's in the past.
Yeah, I mean, and you can even take a look at that. There's no chance either champion is losing. It's just not. Cena's not going to lose, period, and Orton's not going to lose to the Big Show. So it's
I don't want to
almost
think of Cena on a period.
no, but but it's a fairly predictable show in itself, and if you don't have a big draw like that, it the buy rate is not going to be that high,
Nah.
which is disappointing
It's
because
Survivor Series.
yeah,
It's
it's
essentially a tag team WrestleMania.
yeah,
Why? Well, I don't get why they've kind of dropped the. I think it's probably just because the tag division doesn't exist hardly now, but I don't know. They
um,
seem to have more tag matches on like the Z. I don't know what you call it, Superstars and Main Event, but there's more tag teams on that than on shows that people actually get to see.
yeah, and then not even a lot of people watch those either.
No, I mean don't forget Unico and Camacho are back.
Yeah,
Uh, Apparently their return match was really good. I still need to see that, but yeah.
yeah. And I think Hunico. No, it was Camacho who was on NXT this week.
Hmm. Yeah. So I mean, you've got a tag team there that can. I mean, Camacho's not great, but I don't know. They kind of remind me
No.
of Homicide and Hernandez a bit,
Yeah, a little bit.
you know. So I mean, they should do something with them at least.
Yeah,
But I mean, don't you find that tag teams that have like a bigger guy and a smaller guy, they tend to do better?
yeah.
I mean, I think that Enzo Amore and
Mm-hmm.
Colin Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think once they get called up, they'll probably do quite well. But I can see him just turning into just jobbing them a lot.
Yeah, it's a shame
That's
too,
even if they
because
do get called up.
they're just so charismatic.
Mm. Yeah, I enjoy watching them.
Yeah,
But Colin Cassidy is another one that that kind of I guess originally was just a jobber,
yeah,
and they've just repackaged. They've done quite a lot with people that I guess were FCW jobbers, like as we said before, like thingy Dalton. I keep wanting to say Andy, but that's getting people from our group mixed up with people wrestling.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like what they're doing with them. At least they're giving them characters. I think that's the important thing.
yeah,
Because I don't really think there's anyone that's on FCW, no, actually, NXT even, that is just like a bland nothing. Everyone has their own little thing going, which is
yeah,
good. And I think that WWE needs to do that with more of their main
yeah,
guys rather than just, yeah. So, I mean, they've got a bunch of guys that they just seem to are nothing but filler.
yeah,
It's like, give them a new gimmick. Gimmicks save careers.
yeah. I mean, I don't understand why they really would have to say, okay, well, we'll put these two random guys here, and they'll have a match, and they're not going to build up anything behind it, not going to do anything character wise. I mean, when they should,
Mm,
because the reason why the a lot of people enjoyed the Attitude Era was because even like a lot of the mid carders, the lower mid card, were all over with the fans because they were all given time with their characters, and it's not really so much more now. It's more, I guess, sort of reality based than it is character based anymore.
Yeah, I mean, even the headbangers, you know,
Yeah,
oddities and stuff. I mean, none
yeah.
of them were ever going to get into the main event, but
No, but they were entertaining to watch.
yeah. But this is the weird thing. It's like if you have a character that's so like over the top, crazy and stuff, why wouldn't they get to the main event? It's like we only want bland, boring, generic people in our main event.
Well,
But then,
currently that's that's kind of what we got right now.
so I mean, then you get like if you're not wanting big character guys as champion, then I mean, if you look to the past, obviously like Undertaker held it a few
Hmm.
times,
Yeah,
Sergeant Slaughter did.
it's true.
Um, they were both big characters, so why is it all just gone to people with their crew cuts and generic spandex shorts and stuff?
Yeah,
People that take 10 minutes to walk to a ring.
yeah,
Uh, People with monotone voices.
yeah.
Guys that don't sell an epic punch to the face that the crowd loved.
No. Oh
You
no.
know which two I'm talking about then, don't you?
Yeah, they're both quite unfortunate. Because I originally heard about the one with Cena and Regal, and I saw the picture. I was like, "Oh, that's great! That's awesome!" The crowd must have loved it.
Yeah,
Then
and
you
they
find
did.
out what happened afterwards,
Yeah, and it's typical Cena bullshit.
and it's stupid because it wasn't on TV. Nobody was going to care either way. If Regal just laid him out, walked out with the title, it would have been fine because it's they're playing to the crowd there because obviously Regal is hugely over there, and
Yeah, I mean, why didn't they just kind of have him, Cena stare down, Regal picks up the belt
yeah, because
and just
that
walks
would
around with it, just give him his moment. He's in England, for God's sake.
yeah, it wouldn't have hurt him at all. I mean, if
No,
they were going to do that, just not even have Regal take that because the crowd didn't like it anyway.
no.
Because generally with any sort of after show match, they're always playing towards the crowd, playing towards a hometown with whatever. So the whole leaving them going home happy.
Yeah,
And
which, depending on
that's
what they do, half the time is stupid.
yeah,
So, yeah. um, yeah,
so that's unfortunate.
no, it's very unfortunate. They could have at least, they had their chance
Yeah,
and they just didn't. They almost went with it. So,
yeah.
yeah.
All
And we all know
right.
that in a legit fight, Regal could probably beat the crap out of Cena anyway.
Yeah. Well, to be
Probably.
honest,
I'll.
he could probably beat up half the locker room.
Yeah. I mean, Cena might be like ridiculously strong, but Regal's got experience. He's been fighting
Hmm.
since he was like 14.
So yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So
um, I don't think there's anything else really hugely to talk about from the shows.
no, not really.
You didn't pick anything out from like SmackDown or.
No, nothing really too huge happened. I mean, it's just more build-ups for their matches. I know Cena had an arm wrestling contest with Del Rio, which just turned into shenanigans like it usually does.
Yeah, you said shenanigans.
Yes, and
That's our
the
word of the day.
shenanigans,
Yes.
and the ending was just continuing to play on with Punk and Bryan with the Wyatts. And that was pretty much it. Nothing too important happened there.
No. So that is, I think, that big story of the week is definitely, and I'm sure everyone listening will agree,
Mm.
definitely the Wyatts and the Shield getting into their little brawl. I could
Yes.
rewatch that over and over. I always stop it just before Bray gets back in the ring.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what was better, the fact that it was happening or just the reaction that I got from the crowd.
Oh, I think it merged together to make something
Hmm.
quite beautiful.
It was. Alrighty. moving away from then, before we get into news, just like I did last week, a bit of a Dean Ambrose title update. For those of you who have been paying attention, Dean Ambrose has been the United States champion for 181 days, so that means that on Monday he will surpass Dolph Ziggler as being the sixth longest United States champion in WWE. I know he hasn't had a lot of title defenses, but not a lot of people since WWE incorporated United States title on their brand has held it for over 200 days, and it kind of seems like the next couple of weeks, unless something major happens, he's going to have it for over 200 days.
Definitely. I mean, people say he's not defending it, but he is. He is, like at house shows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just not defending it on like TV, but it still counts. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But yes, I think he should go for 1 billion days.
Be the longest reigning United States champion ever
in the world, in the universe.
in the universe.
No one's gonna beat me.
I'm Dean Ambrose.
Oh, I keep making him sound too rednecky.
I can't
Get
help
out
it.
of my
It's where I
trailer,
go.
boy.
I swear I go with it. I don't know why. All right, well, not too much.
I've been through barbed wire. I've been through everything. Gonna stab up Dean Ambrose. Nope. Shield.
So at a risk of not repeating ourselves from last week, we will move on to some news.
Yes, not much. There's like two things to mention. There's just a lot of rumours going around at the moment, but I don't really want to get into those because that isn't news.
Right.
I guess the biggest top story. Yes, let's categorise how top a story is in
It's
bigness.
the biggest in the world.
It's a tiny top story. Anyway, for those, I mean, it's been posted on the site. AJ Lee apparently collapsed at a live event. I don't know whether this is like it was in a title match against Cheese Baby, aka Brie Bella.
Mm-hmm.
I call her that. I've not picked it up from anywhere. Copyright me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently she's okay now, but yeah, with it being in a title match, it's like, was it just a different way to end the match?
Yeah.
Is it going to turn into a storyline? Was it a real event that they're going to turn into a storyline on TV? We don't know.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we'll see on Raw what happens. If they even make note of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can't say whether this is a work or not, but I mean, people are already probably thinking it is, but I don't know. It depends. If she's been working like constantly, she might be exhausted.
It's entirely possible.
It's common, unfortunately, for wrestlers to get really ill through overworking, and
yeah, I mean, because she's had the belt since June, I think. So, and she defends it. I think it's since every pay-per-view. She's on like every Raw, I believe.
yeah, but very few of her opponents actually are like, I don't know, like they're not huge challenges.
No.
And it's always like the same ones, and I don't know whether Layla's injured or what, but she kind of turned heel and then vanished.
Yeah, they tend to do that, and they don't really give too much of an explanation.
Because she's supposed to be like AJ's running buddy, unless she's been on SmackDown. I mean, I've not watched SmackDown for like a few weeks. I just can't. As let history say or tell or something, that I can't watch SmackDown because of the fake noise.
Yeah, it's just been her and Tamina.
Yeah, I wish Tamina was DLC for 2K14. It's weird that she isn't.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know. They need to kind of. I mean, we've got like the big NWO DLC.
Yeah.
Now, they should have given us the Wolfpack theme, which they haven't. Even though they technically have the Titantron in there.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. I mean, have you got the game yet?
No, no, not yet.
Well, basically it just says like they've given it to sort of Macho Man as his NWO Tron, but
Yeah.
the music's the normal rock house music.
Hmm.
Just the normal NWO tune. There's no talking in it, so I mean, when I start using it in more videos, once I can get all that sorted, anyway, there, I'm probably just gonna like turn off music and then just do like what Michelle does,
Right.
which is stuff we've both sort of worked out anyway. Sort of dub the music over, so you can have, because I don't like having to put music onto a disc and then try and put it on an Xbox. It just doesn't work. The volume's always way too loud or barely hearable.
Yeah.
I've not heard anyone on videos get it perfect. So, I
Yeah.
just, I mean, that's the advantage of like being able to record and do videos anyway. You can kind of play around with what you want to play around with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I guess if they were going to do like a big DLC pack, I don't know, like probably like having Tamina in there, have the Usos. See, Rikishi would have been good again. Have like a big family
Oh yeah, definitely.
one. Owen Hart, he was really strongly rumored to be in the game, and he isn't again, even though the lawsuit's completely done and over with.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. It
Um,
hasn't been in there yet.
so who else? There's a few others that I was hoping would make it into DLC. Oh well, the Wyatts, of course.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um,
They have to put them in there somewhere.
yeah, and that was it. But I mean, Roddy Piper, it's really weird what they've done there because he's not technically in the game, but he sort of is.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen the video where you can sort of build your own Roddy Piper?
Yeah, I saw that one.
But he's actually in a match. Like, as you play through 30 years of WrestleMania, he's the referee of a match. So it's like they've taken the created Roddy Piper from that and popped him in a match. So there is like a built up Piper there as a referee.
Yeah,
But it's the commentators don't mention him by name. They don't even reference that it's a special referee match.
that's strange.
So I guess it's a way of having him in there without actually having him in there. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's essential. Oh no, other bit of news as well. I just threw the 2K14 stuff in because it's something to talk about, as you mentioned, Tamina.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um, also, Mickey James is training. Well, she's working at the development center with WWE. She's training. Apparently, Sarah Del Rey has been very happy with her and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wish they'd use Sarah Del Rey as a wrestler.
That would be nice.
Uh,
I mean, I'm not sure what she's getting paid now. I would assume it would be quite a bit. I don't know how
well,
much
she's doing a
they're.
good job anyway.
Oh, definitely.
She would have gone long ago if she wasn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's all the news I have really.
Alrighty. Yeah, that doesn't really need to be a lot because most of the news that I found anyway are usually just rumors and
It's just rumors heading into WrestleMania 30, really.
yeah, and everybody already speculating on the main events and Taker's opponent and all these other things.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about speculation.
No.
I mean, if it's strong speculation and people are talking about it in the group, then maybe, but it's
Yeah.
not something we're going to hugely focus on. There's no point because it's wasting time, especially if we spend like 15 minutes talking about something that's feels so close to happening and then something completely different happens and it's like, oh, well, okay then.
Yeah.
That's 15 minutes we just wasted
Pretty much.
when we could have been talking about Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
Welcome
All
to the
right.
Dean Ambrose News Show.
Is Dean Ambrose still champion? Yes. Well, good,
Yes,
as he
good.
should be.
Yes, forever. Unless he wins the WWE title, which will look extremely good.
Oh, I'm looking
On
forward to
him,
that.
Yeah.
But before we get into any more Dean Ambrose, let's get our favorite Facebook post of the week.
Yes, I've picked three of them because I
Oh.
think just like a single like a Facebook post of the week, it's a bit difficult, and it's a bit we don't want people to think we're being biased.
Hmm.
So you'll basically from now on we're just going to pick the post that kind of either made us laugh or just made the day brighter.
Yes.
So three videos, no, not three videos, three posts. Yeah, I had to be kind of selfish and pick my Phenoms of Justice video
That was great.
as one. Yeah, that got a strangely good reaction. Also, check out the sweet Animal Chico Band video as well. That's somewhere else on the page. Second pick was your what we've already discussed, Regal knocking out Cena.
Yeah.
Straight up gangster tripping.
Yeah, and bringing this back to that rap that he did a few years ago.
Oh, brilliant.
That was magic.
Yeah, he's such a good entertainer.
He really is.
So I'd love to go see him in stand up.
Oh, that would be great.
Things is because I've heard mixed reviews about Mick Foley.
Yeah, same here.
But I love Mick Foley, so I mean, if he was in UK again, I'm gonna try. Now that I have a job, I can kind of save up and possibly, like, if he's nearby, I'll go see him. But we'll see. And third one that amused us, and this isn't just going to be like 3 a week. You're just going to pick our favorites. Like I said, ramble, ramble, ramble. Yeah, the video that Jordan linked, sort of letting us know that Scott Hall is now on Xbox Live. His gamer tag is bad guy or the bad guy. I think it's just bad guy.
Yeah.
Possibly. I'm hearing that from like third, fourth party. So it's gone through a few people. So who knows if it's accurate or not, but it should be somewhere. And it's also nice just to see all the Eddie tributes as well.
Oh, absolutely.
But I mean, it wasn't long ago since someone had put like an Eddie thing on before.
No.
I think that kind of got confused where we thought that like then was the anniversary of his death, but it turns out it was like, was it his birthday?
Yeah, I think it was birthday. Yeah, and then
it was the anniversary a while ago, then birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Getting that confused.
Yeah. Well, no one really indicated that it was his birthday. There was just a load more of rest in peace ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always good to hear people sharing their thoughts on Eddie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if you have got thoughts on Eddie, like I always say, leave comments down below.
Yeah.
It's always good to hear what you people think. We try and be interactive, but people don't leave comments or feedback. It's very hard to be interactive.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I think in our Q&A we have a question regarding it, and I guess if you want to, I guess this will be like the best transition we've ever made on this show. I guess we can start with the last question first. We always go back to the rest of the ones later. It was from Hector. He was asking about favorite memories of Eddie Guerrero.
See, there's a lot of them. I really enjoyed the vignette videos that he did with Chavo.
Oh yeah, those were
Los
great.
Guerrero's ones was brilliant, but his matches with Ray in WCW as well were fun. I don't think he's another one that I've never seen like a bad match.
No, me either.
In fact, I think his worst match was, funnily enough, with Jeff Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when it was, but yeah.
Yeah, the only ones that come to mind for me are when he made his debut in it was a WWF at the time.
The Radicals.
The Radicals with Benoit, Saturn, and Malenko with them.
Yeah.
I thought it just sort of sat with me because I was one of those guys who flipped back and forth between the WWF and WCW, and And you never really seen up until that point, a lot of wrestlers going from WCW to WWF. It was really more the other way around. I mean, we saw guys like Jericho go over, but never really in like a group fashion, and that always resonated with me. And of course, I can't forget, WrestleMania the 20, I think it was, with him and Benoit celebrating in the ring.
Oh, that was a good moment.
Yeah, I guess the modern day equivalent was probably when Bryan got the World Heavyweight Championship, and then on Raw they were celebrating with he was celebrating with Punk
And Zack Ryder.
and Zack Ryder.
He was there too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have one of his DVDs somewhere. I can't remember whether it was. I think it was the cheating, death, stealing life one. I think it's the one before he died. Possibly. I'm not sure because the tribute one was kind of released not long after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of really it for me. And there's too many to mention, but
Because he's had such a great career.
yeah, I mean, like I say, his death's probably the one that's affected me the most. I
Yeah.
said that like last month or something like that. It's the one that kind of still get him and Owen Hart still get to me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's I guess we'll move on to our next question.
You mean our
Well,
first question?
Oh, yeah. Well,
We're now
we
officially
started
doing. Yes, we're now
started
officially
doing
doing the Q&A.
yeah. Start off with Michelle. She apparently wants to hear some Dean Ambrose dirty talk. Oh,
Oh dear.
jeez.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna find some weird, like, some strange chat up lines,
All right.
and just Ambrose them up a bit. Let's see. Let's have a look.
Ambrose.
Ambrose.
My name, Dean Ambrose.
Ambrose. Dean Ambrose. Oh, here we go. You ready for some dirty chat up lines?
As ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
My dick just died. Can I bury it in your vagina? Did you sit in a pile of sugar? Because you have a pretty sweet ass.
Wow.
Hi, I'm a burglar. I'm going to smash your back doors in.
Oh, wow.
You can call me the fireman because I turn the hose on.
Wow.
I'm a zombie. Can I eat you out?
That's probably my favorite one.
I wish you were soap so I could fill you all over me.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm a businessman. I work in orifices. Got any openings?
Oh, wow.
Want to go on an 8 with me? I'll give you the D later.
Wow.
I may not go down in history, but I'll go down on you. Dean Ambrose.
Wow.
Let's see what else there is. Let's see. Oh, I heard you like magic. Well, bend over and watch my dick disappear.
Wow.
There's a lot of ones that are just about wanting dick. I'm like Domino's Pizza. If I don't come in 30 minutes, the next one is free.
Wow.
Uh...
Yeah, I guess I'll just pick one more and then we'll move on to the next one.
Oh, there's so many.
I can I can imagine.
Okay, let's see. I forgot my blowjob at your house. Can I come over and get it? And one more, because he's quite good
All
as
right.
well. I would tell you a joke about my penis, but it's too long. Okay,
Oh wow.
that'll hopefully that was satisfying for everyone.
I definitely hope so.
You enjoyed it too much.
They were funny. All right. Next one. Uh, Next one is another one from Rochelle. Don't you think Tyson Kidd is looking a lot like Benoit lately?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Weirdly enough, when he has his hair gelled back, he does. It's weird. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
Spooky goings on.
Very spooky. All
United
right.
States champion. Believe in Ambrose.
All
Sorry.
right.
Anyway, yeah.
Let's see. Next one is from Silva, who asked, "Which 5 WWE stars would you like to have on ice cream bars?"
Um, well, definitely
Well,
CM Punk.
yeah.
Caitlyn. Daniel
That
Bryan.
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
Gross.
Fandango.
That works for me.
Yeah. They were the first 5 that came to mind, really.
Yeah. All right. Next question here. Another one from Michelle. If you could invite any wrestler round to your house, who would it be? What would you cook? And would you try to
You're
have
missing out the
sex with them?
keywords for dinner.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Oh, you.
All right. So which one do you got?
Yeah, let me just reiterate the question there. If you could invite any restaurant to your house for dinner, who would it be? What would you cook? And would you try and have sex with them? Um, uh, hmm, probably. Ooh, so many to choose from.
Mhm.
Who would you? Let's ask you first.
Uh, I don't know. It's really hard to choose.
If you say Dean Ambrose, you might have to reassess your life.
No, definitely not Ambrose.
uh,
Well, does it have to be current or can it be just really?
I guess it's just any wrestler. Well, obviously female
Um,
wrestler.
yeah. Uh, I guess maybe Lita. I guess.
Hmm. See, a few years ago, younger Lita, yes, possibly. I mean, she's still. I don't know. She's still good looking, but. Oh, damn, this is difficult. I want to say Daphne
Yeah, that's a good choice.
or Paige, but I think Daphne or Velvet Sky. One of those two. Or Caitlyn. No, because Caitlyn's got a weird body. I'm going to say Daphne. I'm just going to stick to Daphne and then move on.
Sounds good. All right. Next question. Another one from Silva. On a scale of 0 to 1, how much effect on the wrestling world would occur if Miz got fired? I would say -2.
Yeah. Under 9,000.
Yeah,
Negative
-9,000.
9,000. Yeah. It'd have no effect whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would care, to be honest.
No, not now anyway. Maybe like this time last year, possibly they would, but now he's just kind of.
Yeah,
And he apparently turned, like I say, he turns heel at a house show, so
yeah.
apparently he's gonna be a face on TV. So yeah, I don't know. I think they've done all they can do with him.
Yeah.
Fair.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now she has a request of
Yeah, well, come on, people. Everyone else gets requests as well.
yeah. Can you do Macho Man selling tampons on an advert, please?
Okay, then. Oh dear, oh dear. Hmm.
Hmm.
No one likes a macho, period. So you get your tampon and you dig it up there.
Wow.
Yeah! Blood and monthly cycle. Yeah!
Wow.
I can't do it very well because my voice is. I think someone has made me ill, so that probably sounded not good. But if you watch the video of me doing impressions on my channel, I'll put the link down below. You can see it done a lot better than that, and a bunch of other wrestling ones. You can probably hear that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm full of dust.
All right, I guess we'll get into our last question here from Benjamin. What is your opinion of CZW if you actually watch? What talent do you like? I pay-per-views are $10 for a 2.5 hour show. Well worth it.
Very worth it. I've not actually had a chance to watch one um, recently, but I used to watch it more back in I guess the Trent Acid era.
Yeah.
Uh, like Thumbtack Jack. Um, even back when like Dean Ambrose was there. Um,
Yeah.
I guess I'm more familiar with the older CCW.
Right.
So, but there's plenty on YouTube. Although a lot of it got taken down. I don't know why. Probably because of the extreme violence. But yeah, a good. I mean, for those who haven't watched CZW, or if you're in the UK, you want to say it properly, it's CZW, pretty
Hmm.
much. uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you've not had a chance to watch it and you have seen the film The Wrestler, part of that takes place in CZW
Yeah.
as well. So yeah, it is basically like ECW but taken even more extreme.
Yeah.
I enjoy that because even though it is like mental, there is some really good actual, actually talented wrestlers there. Chris Hero is going to be there at some point soon.
Sounds
Um,
good.
yeah, so I've not seen anything like hugely recently. Yeah, I do agree that their pay-per-views are for what you get definitely worth watching and far more entertaining than what WWE will give you
Yeah.
for quadruple the price.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right. So I guess that will conclude our Q&A. So before we go, do have plugs as always. You listen to the show and you're not a member of our Facebook group, go and head on over. It's Intelligent Wrestling Talk. We do pay-per-view chats, we do rod chats. Tons of different topics are thrown up every day. A lot of different people like to create a lot of different polls. Like recently, we had who you think are going to be future uh, world heavyweight or WWE champions, and just tons of interesting discussion. So you definitely should go check that out. Um, it's also where our top tens starts, and I know we've been kind of been busy, so we haven't really been able to get into our most recent one that we got a lot of votes for. But It's definitely on out on the radar. It's what was it? It's a
Top
top 10 costume wrestling.
costumes,
Yeah.
yeah. And like we say, it's just, I guess it's the more eccentric costumes, like I guess Gobbledygooker or Doink and stuff. It's not just attire; it's an actual costume, like Pirate Birchall,
Hmm.
Max Moon,
Yeah.
Boogeyman, Mantar,
Yeah.
any one of Al Snow's 58 gimmicks that he's had.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, even like Mankind and
Yeah.
original Kane. I say like Masked Cat. I don't mean there's someone else playing Kane.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Kane used to be someone else though? As in like someone else played Kane? Do you remember when that was?
When someone else played Kane? Oh,
Yeah,
jeez. I don't remember.
it was Undertaker. If you
Oh,
remember, he dressed up as Kane,
that makes sense.
and that is where the double-sleeved Kane attire came from.
That is, yeah.
Because if you look carefully, it's like um, there's his normal one, but underneath you can tell there's like a completely separate sleeve, which obviously covers up Undertaker's arms. So,
Hmm.
yeah, nah, that was just random, pointless trivia. Ah,
Yeah, and of course we have your YouTube channel to plug. I noticed quite a few videos you've been putting up lately.
yeah, I've been putting quite a bit of WWE 2K14 up. Also, I've been trying to capture some humorous, I guess, not bugs, but just strange goings on GTA 5.
Hmm.
Everything I capture is usually on 360, so I use my capture card, but my capture
Yeah.
card, or should I say, Sony doesn't like people capturing from their systems easily. It is possible, I just haven't managed to get it, so anything I do from GTA will either be from my camcorder or phone. But yeah, my channel is youtube.com/generation specs. You go check that out. For those who are subscribed and enjoy watching Smack Talks videos, I'm going to be
Hmm.
working with him very soon. So that's one to keep an eye out for. But yeah, so go all the links that you'll need to check out down below in the description. So make sure you
Hmm.
click that button and look at the description and see all the magical places for you to visit and subscribe and all that craziness.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, lastly, we do have a Twitter. I'm normally running it to where uh, watching Raw or any sort of pay-per-views, I will try to find a little interesting comments that I can make about each match or each thing that's going on. And even sometimes I'll throw up random facts. Like probably in the next couple of days, I'll probably talk about Dean Ambrose passing Dolph Ziggler on the title reign list. So please go follow us. It's at IWT official. I will also include that link in there as well.
Also, who's our most famous follower on that account?
Um,
Oh, you've not forgotten who he is.
that's a to be honest, I haven't checked in a while because we haven't had any new followers recently. I know Cliff Compton's following us.
That's who I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yep.
all right
Former
then.
WWE superstar Domino
Yeah,
follows us on Twitter.
yeah,
And he shared some of our statuses as well.
yeah. Which was very nice of him to
We
do.
need to try and get in contact with him, try and get him on the show.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I'll get Michelle on it.
That that that, that definitely worked for me.
She just bats her eyelid and gets anyone to do whatever she wants, so it's fine.
That's that would be great. All right,
Yeah.
if I don't know, I think that covers just about all the plugs. I don't know if you have any other ones. You have all your talked about all your stuff on your YouTube page. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Yep.
So yeah, that's will do it for this week. And I want to like to remind you all that there's only one way to talk wrestling.
Intelligently, and there's only one way to talk. No, there's only one way to moan about it.
On the internet.
There we go. It's too early to get things right. Anyway,
It really
bye.
is. Bye, guys.